What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Poppa Dozier, CampaignSG, back with another video, man. Hey, shout out everybody out there rocking with me, man, helping me grow, man. I just got done watching this video, man, just popped up on my YouTube channel from a creator, you know, a smaller creator, somebody like me, you feel me? I watched one of his videos probably about a month ago. I don't know how long ago it was, but he basically was saying how he got 2 jobs and he loved it. That's why I titled this video that. You know, he was just showing gratitude to him having 2 jobs, which I respect, you feel me? And he was just talking about how you gotta put that work in and grind and everything that you should be on, you know, shit that I be on too. Like, I can relate to a lot of stuff he was saying on that first video. But he just uploaded another video and he basically was saying like he let go his second job or something like that with Amazon. And shout out to him though, man. He young. A lot of stuff he says, it's damn near like I'm talking. You know, he get his message across different, but it's the same thought process. It's a similar thought process. I just made a video about how you can't save your way into wealth. You feel me? I feel like you can't save your way to wealth. And in this second video, he was just talking about how, you know, he being grateful, which that's why I can respect it, because he being grateful through the whole thing. We all gotta be grateful for what we got, you feel me? He basically was just saying like how having 2 jobs just catching up to him. It just caught up to him, like, cause it's not sustainable, you feel me? That's the truth, like, especially when you working like labor jobs. It's like you could do something for a certain amount of time. So he say he was working a second job cause his first job covered all his expenses. And his second job, he was using it to rest, to put it in the sun. Same shit I be talking about, you feel me? And that's why I wanted to make a video about it, because at the end of the day, we work because we got to. People go to work and stuff because they got to. But 90% of people, it's probably 10% of people who really just love what they do. They just love it, and they'll do it regardless if they was getting paid or not. Probably 5%. You go to work because you got to, because you got to survive. You got to take care of your responsibilities. But he was saying that he got a second job, and the extra money that he used, because the first job covered everything, so the extra money he got for the second job, he was just, basically, that was his little risk money. He wanted to do that, to take a risk, to put it into whatever he wanted to put it into. That right there is something that I feel like that's a smart thing to do, just for a certain amount of time. You know, if you got something that you want to invest into, or if you in debt, or anything like that, you know, there's nothing wrong with going to get you another job. You sacrificing, you probably working 7 days a week. Everybody can't do that, but there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is when people do this type of stuff, work 2 jobs or work all this overtime just to make ends meet, well, I'm not gonna say just to make ends meet, because if you, well, I am gonna say that, because if you, I can't really say that, because in some situations, some people just not making enough, so they gotta work overtime just to live. But in other situations, if you working overtime, you working 2 jobs just to be able to afford your car note, this expensive apartment or something like that, then in that case, then you gotta make sacrifices. If you got a car with an expensive car note, you might have to get rid of that and get you a car with cash or something like that, or work to pay off the car. You know, just, it gotta have a reason. It gotta be a reason behind why you slaving away like this. You feel me? Because just working so crazy. I'm not saying not working a regular 40 hours, you know, a little overtime, but I'm talking about 2 jobs, 7 days a week. That's not sustainable in my opinion. I know some people gonna get on here and they gonna say whatever they gonna say. You gotta work, but it ain't sustainable. And if you're not doing right by the money, it's not gonna get you nowhere. If you working just to pay your bills, and if you working 2 jobs, you ain't even got time to really do nothing. So you might as well do something with the money. You take a risk with the money. Basically, that's what he said he did, and I agree with that. You feel me? Because it all come back down to when you can't trade all this time to become any type of, I ain't gonna say successful, because everybody becomes successful in their own right. Everybody consider success something different, you know. But you can't just expect to just work your way into being a millionaire, not even a millionaire, just anything on that level, you gotta work for anything you do. So I ain't saying it like that, you feel me? I ain't saying don't work, because even when you working for yourself, you working, and that be more harder. It's harder to work for yourself than to work for somebody else. But when I say work, I'm talking about the normal 9 to 5, working for somebody, normal pay rates and stuff. That type of stuff, I feel like it gotta be used as a stepping stool. If you got any plans of changing your situation and getting in a better position, it gotta be used as a stepping stool. If you wanna buy your freedom back, far as, if you wanna buy your freedom back, then if you go get you a second job, all that's cool to go do something with the money. But other than that, it's no way that could just sustain like that. 7 days a week, all these hours. So when he made that video, I'm like, damn. And I salute him, shout out to bruh, cause he putting that work in, but he got a plan with his shit. I know people who really work 2 jobs and just doing it though. They just working 2 jobs. Whenever they get time, they get high, they buy their little weed, pay their little bills, drink their liquor on. And it's like, that's cool, but that shit gonna keep you in that. You finna just be working these 2 jobs. It ain't nothing coming from that, And that's what keep me going, man. Like having shit to look forward to. And I feel like that can keep anybody going. You feel me? When you got shit to look forward to, you could do something and be like, all right, I know this temporarily. I'm doing this for a bigger goal. Like, I'm doing this for a bigger purpose, not just to live and we finna do this for the next 30 years. Hell nah. So if you working 2 jobs, if you at your job and they offer overtime and you accepting all the overtime that they can offer, and you sacrificing all this time away from your family and shit, there's nothing wrong with that. But long as you doing it with a goal in mind, with you putting that extra money towards something, you not just doing this shit and thinking this just how you finna live your life forever, because you gonna get burnt out. Especially like, people who work certain jobs, like especially jobs that's wear and tear on your body, warehouse jobs and physical hard labor and shit, you gonna get burnt out. And it get to a point that shit don't even be healthy it become unsafe. You feel me? But you gotta put that work in, you gotta grind, you feel me? I ain't knocking that, cause shit, I'm a grind. I'm gonna get up and grind every day. But it gotta be a purpose with this shit, you feel me? That's why I love the internet, and I love that the internet, bro. It opened my eyes and opened everybody's eyes to the opportunity, because now you could work a job and then you could create ways to make money online that's not physically demanding. You feel me? Even like YouTube, like I done created another stream of income. You feel me? With YouTube, it ain't the most money, but I ain't depending on this shit. So ain't all this extra. I gotta get up and do what I gotta do anyway, regardless if I'm on YouTube or not. So it feel good to know I got another stream of income that I'm not physically doing shit for. You feel me? I'm putting work in, I'm being consistent and all that type of shit. I just wanted to speak on that, man, because I don't really feel like working 2 jobs is the answer either, unless you doing it with a purpose and you doing it for a reason, and that I'm finna use this extra money, I'm gonna live off, I'm gonna use this first job, like he was saying, like Buddy on that video was saying, his main job is to pay my bills and all that. I'm gonna do that with my main job. Then this job, this is my money to take risks with, invest with, and it could be whatever. Get your credit together, educate yourself, pay for a mentor. Shit that I be talking about, that I actually be doing. When I be speaking on these topics, I be having comments. Somebody just commented on one of my videos talking about when I was talking about $30 an hour is disrespectful, which I'm just speaking on a topic that somebody else made, talking about, some guy sitting in a car with cloth seats feel like he could give us whatever he said, talking about cloth seats. It's my shit. If this shit been paid off, I paid this off early. I ain't no young dumbass nigga, man. But I ain't giving that no energy, man. But yeah, man, like you just gotta have a plan with this shit, man. Like, you're gonna put that work in, you're gonna work them extra hours. Just have something that you're gonna put into, and even if you don't got nothing that you know of at the moment, just sit on it, and when that opportunity come, when it come to your mind, you gonna get there, but don't just let it burn your pockets. I can speak on a lot of that because I done did it. I was the young nigga, good job, newest Jordans, just just getting fresh, just having extra money. And I always was chasing music. So I always put my money into music. But you know, I did like do certain shit with a lot of my money that I be looking back like, man, I could have did better with that. But you learn as you go. You feel me? That's how this shit go. Ain't nothing wrong with working 2 jobs, you know, but you just gotta know if you finna sacrifice 60, 70, some people case 80 hours a week for a job, you just gotta know it ain't sustainable like that. You can't just live your life like, I mean, you can. I ain't gonna say what you can't do, but you could get burnt out doing that though. You feel me? But hey, man, shout out to y'all, man. You feel me, for rocking with me, man. CampaignSG, Poppa Dozier, I'm gone.